Hey everyone, this is going to be our candidate meeting for this month. So there's some announcements I want to go through. So I hope everyone had a great break, and we're going to go through these announcements. And if you have any questions, of course, you can call me, text me, or email me back. All right, let's go. So first thing I want to do is give out some weekly shout outs. Right here, we see that Miss Tribling at Harper Elementary. This is her learning targets. They looked just fantastic, and she was also using them. We talked a little bit more about her using them even in her assessment, but I appreciate how well they were written and also how easily I could see them and how well they were organized. Right here, we have Miss Lewis also at Harper, and she took what we talked about in the assessment class and actually did stairs and steps. And this is where you are actually taking the standard and you're kind of organizing it in a way, a teaching model of where something is very broad and then it gets more and more and more and more descriptive. And I absolutely love it. I think it just shows the order that you have to teach things in. Good job, Mr. Here we see Mr. Lee. He had a class. He has a small self-contained class about 3 classes a day. And he was breaking out the math manipulatives and actually doing number fluency. So asking kids mainly really just kind of thinking through number processes. So like if you had 47, what would be the number in front of it? What would be the number behind it? And the kids had to really think about what exactly that looked like. Good job, Mr. Lee. And here we have Miss Smith. Miss Smith, as you can see, I was actually going to ask her, what were you going to do with these kids in one of her classes that didn't do, um, they weren't at a proficient level. She came up with something that I thought was so great. She said that she was going to make a survey, I guess, assume off Google Forms, and with 5 questions, and she was going to give that to the students, I guess, electronically, and essentially have them go through that reflection. And then, of course, that can go over as to a Google Sheet, and then you can keep up with all the kids and what they said they were going to do to make sure that they do better on the next assessment. That's an awesome idea. I mean, honestly, if I have students that are not passing a test, I might want to make a Google form for them to fill out each time, and they have to fill out a form for each question they missed. So, like, why did you think you missed it? What was some things that you were confused on? And that will give me essentially data on that student, and kids might be more inclined to actually do it on the computer than writing it over and over again, because writing it over again, you get all these sheets of form, you get all these like, you get all these papers and everything like that. So I thought it was a great idea, and so something that if I ever go back to the classroom, I'm definitely using. All right, so let's look at announcements. So we're going to do the second observation this week. Last week I went out and I just wanted to make sure everybody was doing okay. Everybody was feeling good. We might have to tighten up some things in some classrooms. Now it's time for those second observations. So essentially, if you're a first year candidate, I'm looking for management and are you using the learning target? So I'm looking at learning targets, management of class. Does the learning target match what you are teaching about? And that's really what I'm going to kind of judge you on. Still looking even how you're managing your students. If you are second year, I want to see an instructionally sound lesson. That could be a gradual release lesson. That could be a lesson where you're using discovery. But I want to see something that it looks like you have pre-planned and pre-thought about, even though it doesn't always go the way we want it to go. And I understand that. But that you are getting to that ability to where if it isn't going the way you're going, you can quickly adjust and realize what the students are missing. I want you to see, I want to see learning targets. I want to see assessment at the end. And guys, look, not you're dealing with students, so not every lesson is going to go perfectly, but we need to start seeing the ability of looking like you've planned something out, and even if it doesn't go, you quickly make adjustments. So I want to see just an instructionally sound lesson. Okay. And I'm going to send out your observation forms. Of course, I'll call you, text you, we might meet at my office or I might stay after school. Those reflections after that should be back with me in 48 hours. Because I think right now, sometimes it gets a little hard for me to get you guys to give them back to me. So I'm just going to go ahead and say the 2-day rule. All right, so announcements. Here we go. CSTs will be scheduled this week. I'm going to put them out on Google Outlook, so go ahead and look at them. I'll send your invite to your mentor administrators, but please remember, it's hard for me to meet with all of your mentors and administrators. So what you need to do is when you see my time, of course I'll send out to them and they'll probably even accept, but you need to go find them and you need to say, hey, did you see that my TDS has sent you an form or an invite? Will you be able to go out at that time? If they can, they're going to say, yes, we're good to go. If not, then let me know and we can go ahead and um, and change that meeting time. Candidate meeting. This video is our candidate meeting for September. I'm going to put a form in the email that I'm sending you right now. Go ahead, fill out that form saying that you saw it with the time. Now we'll just timestamp it. That's fine. We'll use that. October 17th, though, at the PLC at 4:30 is also going to be our candidate meeting. Okay, so we are going to get together for that one. Okay, but for this one, this video is our candidate meeting. Lesson plans are due on Monday. As of right now, I have 4 people who have not submitted lesson plans this week. Please make sure your lesson plans are due every Monday. I always need those lesson plans. Okay, that again goes into your CST of actual plan. All right, so let's talk about the practicum visit that we have. So you should have a schedule. They sent, I think most of the schools have sent a schedule out, but if they have not sent a schedule, let me know. I will make sure that I'll call out for a schedule and I'll try to send those forms back out again so everybody can see. So when you are wanting to fill out your practicum form, I've done something a little differently this year. So you'll go into my Noel Hart candidate classroom, the place that you also submit your lesson plans, and you'll go to Practicum 911. Okay, so now if you go down to the observation form, what I've done with the observation form, instead of giving you, I used last year, for those people who know, I gave them like 7 observation forms and it was just a form. I wanted to put these all on one sheet. That way I don't have a problem with them. I'm really sick of like having to open up sheet after sheet after sheet. So you will fill out one sheet, and if you'll know that after you get to that, the second sheet will come up. Well, if you go to lunch and you're like, well, I stopped at 3, then all you got to do is go to this table of contents right here and just click on that, and it'll immediately take you to number 4, number 3, wherever that one is. Okay. So that way you can keep up with which one you were at. When you're done, you'll just submit this back into me. So you're just going to be on this sheet the whole entire day. You're also going to make sure that you pick the documentation log. So you can do 2 things. One, you can print these out. I'm okay with them and take them around. But if you do not to do that, you've got to go by and you've got to let the person that you observe digitally sign this. Okay. So that means you got to do the same thing that we've been doing about digital signatures. So I'm just letting you know you either print this one out or you have to do the digital signatures, but they need to get it signed in the documentation log. And practicum reflection, 48 hours after you're done with your practicum, you need to do your practicum reflection. You need to pick some strategies that you want to do. I want to see those strategies in place. So, of course, you're doing a reflection report. If you are thinking to yourself, I'm never going to do that, then please don't write that down as one of the strategies that you're going to do. Okay? So those are the 3 things in the practicum, in your practicum topic. So make sure that you get them done. Remember, observation form is now just one gigantic form. Okay? All right. Once you're done with that, you're going to send that thank you email to the principal and teachers. And if you met with the instructional coach, then also you'll send them a thank you email as well. CC me on the email because I need to know that you've done that. Okay? So last year I didn't ask for that because I'll be honest with you, I just wasn't thinking. This year, everybody needs to send thank you emails. Okay? So I'm looking for the thank you emails as well. All right. Let's talk about the CST meetings coming up. Okay? So, of course, these CST, this is the mid-semester CST meetings, and you will have your mentor, administrative staff, and me. I will be there. Okay? I know that a lot of you, the reason why I have those observation reports is because of reflection. And I'm already getting some of you have sent out emails this week. You send me back reflection reports. Again, those will be used as evidence that you are reflecting on teaching, which is a great thing. Okay. Because the truth is, all teachers have to reflect. The moment that you stop reflecting on what you can do differently is the moment you're not a great teacher anymore. Okay. Build evidence on the things you are doing. So there's no doubt about it, guys. You know, we're talking about human beings. The things that I might see in class, there's no doubt about it that your administration could come in and they could see something totally different. And if they see something totally different, then how do we know whose observation, was the right observation? Was it me? Was it administrative staff? Was your mentor? But what you have to do is you have to build also a case for yourself. So make sure you have evidence. If you've got some great student work, take pictures of it. If you had a great, awesome activity with your students that you showed was engagement, take pictures or a video of it. If you're using Flipgrid, then show some Flipgrid, okay? Because I want to show you again what this mid-semester report is going to be. So here is, if we're going to sit down and I'm just going to go, okay, the first one was planning and preparation. And I'm going to ask you, hey, so how do you plan and prepare for class? We're going to talk about classroom environment. I'm going to ask, we'll talk a little bit about that. But yeah, if you've got something that says, this is what I've been doing, then we'll go to instruction. How do you feel like your instruction is going? Okay. And then, of course, this is the time to be like, I don't think it's going great. There are some things that I have problems with. These are the things I have problems with. To be self-aware of that also makes it higher, especially on this last part, domain professional responsibilities, because it shows that you're reflecting on teaching. So make sure that you're building an argument about, how you're doing in these four domains: planning and preparation, classroom environment, instruction, and professional responsibility. Once you've done that, you look like you're going somewhere. You'll make your principal proud, okay? But if you seem caught off guard by all of this stuff, it's going to make it look like you don't reflect on your actual teaching, which I know is not true. So please get that done, okay? This has been our meeting. So we've gone over all of our stuff. We have talked about the second observation, what I want to see. Okay. We've talked about the CST meetings and the practicum forums. Of course, if you are a little off or you don't totally understand, please email me, call me, or text me. I am here to help you. There is no doubt about it. But I need for you to reach out to me as well. Okay. Everybody have a great day. It's good to see you.